We're only 1 day away from Halloween, so I thought I should make a Halloween poster. But when making it, it slowly started to turn into something quite different, which you can see by the thumbnail. My original idea was to just make your ordinary spooky Halloween poster, but then I wanted to try something different. So this one is way more bright and cheerful, so I started with changing to Tanisha's regular clothes. Then I added a pumpkin from my last poster I did. It's not a very advanced poster or anything, I just wanted her to hold the pumpkin while smiling at the camera. Then for the legs, I didn't do anything special with them, just posing them a little bit. Nothing more to say about that. Then it was time for fucking fly. God damn it! Now I'm just tweaking the pose a little bit here and there. Even though it's a very simple pose, it's still good to go through it. Then I pose her hoodie individually from her body, so it looks more casual and chill, I guess you could say. I've done it before a few times, but I don't do it very often because sometimes it can be quite challenging. Then it was time to pose the hair. Once again, nothing special here. I just kinda let it fall somewhat naturally on her side. And the back hair you can't really see anyway, so I almost did nothing with it. Then you can see I was going to do a scene build, but then I changed my mind and wanted to try something different, which you'll see shortly. So then I moved on to the facial expression. It feels like I'm just explaining the same thing over and over in every video. God damn it. Anyway, I wanted her to smile at the camera, so that's what I did. Then I tweaked the camera a bit. I wasn't sure how I wanted it, like I tried different angles, rotating it, and so on. But then eventually I settled on something very simple, which I guess fits with the simple pose. I said I wasn't gonna scene build, so what I did instead was to put her in some sort of infinite void, I suppose. Just a white room with nothing in it. It looks very bad, but that's because I'm gonna fix it later in the editing. This poster heavily relies on editing, so in the end is when it's gonna start to look decent. And then it was time for lighting. I was struggling a bit with it, like the scene is so simple, so how should the lighting be? I was also trying to do lighting on the white walls, but it didn't work at all, so then I thought I could just do it in editing. Then I was trying to light her face, but I was never happy with how it looked. So then once again, editing comes to rescue this piece. So what I did was to only put light behind her, and then make the face brighter in the editing. And as usual before editing, I close SFM and switch to 4K. And as I say every time, I have a video covering that. So now I'm gonna export it as a movie instead of poster for various reasons, and then render out one frame of the animation, which is basically just a poster. This is where everything will come together, aka the editing. As usual, I start by changing the eye color and making them glow, sort of. Then I also make the dots on the hair glow, and now I actually have a video showing my method of doing it. So if you're interested, I'll put it in the description. Sorry for the plug again. And I also make her lips a little bit pink, like usual. And now we come to the stuff that isn't so ordinary. You might have noticed the pumpkin isn't glowing, which it's supposed to do. So that's the next thing I do. And then it was time to figuring out what to do with the empty background. So I started with blurring it and letting some of that blur leak into Tanisha, so it looks like it's kinda glowing, but it was very tricky to get it right. I tweaked the blur, the colors, but I never liked how it looked. But then I tried to make it glow behind her, which I thought looked pretty neat. So then I expanded on it by doing color grading and such. And then to fill it out more and give it more atmosphere, I guess, I added different variations of particles. It makes the poster more lively and interesting, like she's actually there. Then I felt like there was a lot of empty space, so I tried to crop the poster in various sizes, because I didn't want that much room on her sides. Plus, she's not centered. So then I landed on 4x3, which was the standard for television many years ago. Then I wanted to add some text wishing everyone a happy Halloween. Even though this poster has gone far away from what you call a Halloween themed poster, I still wanted it to be my Halloween poster this year. And she's also holding a pumpkin, there's no going back. So I put the text behind her and tweaked the colors a bit, and also blurring it slightly. So it looks like the text is actually behind her, because everything else behind her is also blurred. And then I went through everything to see if I could spot some mistakes, which I did. They were very minor though, but if I can fix them, I'm gonna do it of course. I probably still have missed some, but it's too late now. Then I also add my watermark of course, and then some final touches, and that's it. So here's the finished result. And I gotta say, this is far from what I expected it to be. When first starting, I thought I was gonna do a regular Halloween themed poster. As you can see, that's not the case. This is like the opposite of Halloween, except that it says Happy Halloween and she's holding a pumpkin. Even the pumpkin is not a scary face. So it is very different. Does that mean it's bad? No, of course not. Am I happy with the result? Yes and no. I think the posing is too simple. Even though I was going for a simple pose, this is still too simple. But the rest? Gotta say, I'm happy with it. If you wanna see more videos where I make posters, well, I have many more, so go check them out. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so happy Halloween, thanks so much for watching, and bye!